Welcome to the Roth Show.
Cut to my girlfriend at the time, Dottie the Body. And it was my sister Lisa who named her Dottie the Body. Dottie the Body's body was so hottie that another girl called her Dottie the Body. That's how hottie her body was, okay? And Dot was out of this world for 25 other reasons, but I want you to know exactly the visual of this. I have the blue chopper with the steer horns in front. Remember, Tarzan, I'm leather, it's everything. Dottie has leather, everything except Dottie has fringe that doesn't stop when Dottie does. So Dottie will stop and everything else does this, and so does everybody else in the room. Dottie could walk into the Troubadour bar, which was more important at that time than the showroom inside, and there would be, say, even if there were 1,000 guys, when Dottie would walk in, the aggregate total IQ of all the people in that room would be less than the number of people in it. Do that math. Excuse me, my knuckles are dragging. You must be Dottie. Your IQ would drop about 14 points, which was half the fun. She knew it, I knew it, and Dottie made sure the whole town stayed knowing it. We would listen to, what was it? It was Rebel Yell probably 19 times in a row up on the 14th floor, up on Horn, okay? And it was, let a rebel yell, and get into character. We get on the bike, okay, and slowly drift down past Spago around Tower Records. Everybody knows exactly where we go. And you go as slow as you can so that it seems like you're just about to slow down. You're always gunning it. You make a lot of noise in your promenade. It was a colorful time. It was a mighty time. And you would always finish with your trip to the Troubadour. Sidebar. Friend of mine's visa ran out. He's a British fella, United Kingdom, Alex. And he was getting ready to ship out. And he was a little bit forlorn. He didn't want to leave. He'd been on the road with Van Halen for a number of times. And it was time to leave. And we'd seen the world together. And I said to him, Al, if you could take anything from the United States to the United Kingdom now that your visa has run out and we don't know when you're going to be back, so what would you take from the United States? And without skipping a beat, he said, all right, Dave, I tell you what, I'd take the ladies' room from the Troubadour. Al wasn't kidding. The running story for me was I got laid twice, but only visited that ladies' room once. It was with 2 girls. And in those days, it was a mighty time. Using protection meant having security watch the door. He thinks I'm kidding. Two hits in one. We'll be right out. It's related. It's a motorcycle story. That's how I got there. Out front of the bar, it's one of those scenes from every rock and roll movie that you've ever seen. I'm sure that the Motley Crue movie has it, and the Wahlberg movie of Rockstar has it. Everybody has big hair, everybody is dressed, everybody has shoulder pads, and that was the case at that time, okay? Everybody's lined up out front on the streets, and everybody is posing, and you're either an archetype, like the bomber jacket, the 517s, the cowboy boots, and the sideburns, languid, disinterested, or you're rock and roll and it's, you got a gun belt and you got the low cut and the drawstrings and so forth. I think I started many sub-generations of mini Daves. There's a lot of mini Daves making a living at it at this point in time, and proudly so. And here's one of the inside stories that I rarely tell. I tell it from the inside. I want to set the scene. I got Dottie the Body, who we're now starting a caravan because you got to go so slow that the cars start to queue up around you. But if you're looking good, they don't care. It's sort of like when I drive my 51 Mercury and I take 4 minutes to get around a corner, nobody complains. And with Dottie the Body in the car, you could take 12 minutes to get around the corner and everybody's going slower, and they're fishing for their smartphone cameras, okay? We're coming on the bike, and low and slow. And everybody starts to back up. This is royal court, power, position, presence. I have these kinds of glasses on. No shit. Only thing missing is a string. Everything's shaking, including Dottie. Dottie's body shaking. And the thing is, you know how this happens. I'm gonna get you in the mood, man. I'm gonna pull up in front, and there's the curb behind you. And you know, this is a process. And the king, okay, like in sumo, when you're first fighting, you're just starting out as a sumo wrestler, you get into the ring and you fight. Go! And you're done. But the real guys, the heavyweights, the 400-pounders, oh, they can take up to 7 minutes to park that shit, get ready to slug it out in one sweat. Boom! Collision. And it's just like that, right out in front of the Troubadour Bar and Grill. Here I come. I'm the king of Sunset Boulevard. I am the Lawrence of La Brea, the California Casanova, and everybody knows it. Dottie knows it. And we making sure everybody stays knowing it, and they love it. So you get to park the bike 7 times, okay? You know that thing where you bring the bike up and you pull it up and then you bring it back? That's once. That's for beginners. That's opening act shit. Man, this is Van Halen. This is running with the devil. This is might as well jump. This is ain't talking about love. So I get to do it 7 times. Dottie steps off and the crowd goes silent. You can hear the air over the bike. That's some shit. Think about that. And I get to pull that shit right up from, and you're gunning, and then you start to bring it back to the curb, and you look down, and you realize your shit is off by 1 millimeter. Fuck that, I'm never off. And you pull it forward about 4 feet. And I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna park it this time. What happens after he parks it, man? They're gonna go inside like everybody's all watching and shit, and you can see him hot boxing the cigarettes, sunglasses steaming up, and then pull the bike up forward, and then pull it back and look back. Yeah, baby, not quite fucking yet. And you pull it forward. You've seen the process, right? And Dottie is standing there, and she's doing that Jane Mansfield shit where she's like getting ready for everything to follow, and that's what it's all about inside, man. Like this, and you pull your shit right up, and then I pull it right back. We're on the 7th one, and see how my head looks? This accents my cheekbones. I can't talk, but I wouldn't be a cunt. Like this, and I get it all right, and the crowd ready, I'm ready to get off, and I realize that I forgot to put the kickstand down, and the fucking bike falls up. And I got to get Dottie to help me pick the thing up.